Welcome to this nourishing 30-minute yoga practice. We will be really considering how much nourishment we need for our bodies by using our breath, focusing on our movement, and also coming down to do a very nourishing and supporting meditation. So I will see you on the mat in just a moment. So we're going to arrive onto the mat into a comfortable seated position, and that might mean something different for all of us. Today's focus is really about nurturing the body, about nurturing what we need for ourselves, for our practice today. And nurture doesn't always mean gentle. So remember, when we think about how we nurture the body, we don't always mean let's just chill out and do nothing, yeah? Sometimes we actually want to be a little bit more active, or we might need a little bit more of a push. And sometimes we may need to come back to more security, more stability, more comfort. So it's going to feel different for all of us when we practice nurturing our bodies. So we're going to come into the body to begin with and just take a little bit of an awareness of what's going on for you in the moment. What have you landed with today? Just take a few moments to think, yeah, I've come here with stress from work or tiredness or excitement or energy. Just notice what you have arrived with today. And then we're going to take a few moments just to look around the room and notice something in the room that you really find wonderful to look at. And you can scan around your room. You may have been in this room millions of times before. You may have been practicing this room only a few times. Maybe you've never really sat in this spot because now you've actually come onto your yoga mat. You're like, oh, okay, I've never really seen something from this angle. And when you find something that really pleases you to observe, just take a moment and observe that item that you've picked. Maybe try and avoid something that is emotive, so something that has an emotional quality like a photograph or something that might provoke a different feeling. But just pick purely for the joy of looking at that particular item, its shape, its colour, maybe the way the light glistens onto that particular item. And know that throughout the practice, if we get overwhelmed in any way, or if we want to have something to actually bring a little bit of joy back to our bodies, this item is in the room with us that we can gaze at and immediately feel a sense of safety, a sense of nurture from just using our eyes. Then let's come back to the body, and we'll start to just again take another look at the body, like we're scanning through. Just like we scanned around the room, we're going to scan through the body. And notice how easy it is to pick out all the things that feel uncomfortable, or how easy it is to pick out the things that perhaps we already know need attention and nurturing. And that's okay, I'm not telling you not to do that. Let's inhale, lift the arms up to the sky and bring the palms together and hands to the heart center. Then rub the palms really, really, really fast. Create some friction between the palms. When they feel warm, place the palms into a part of your body that needs nurturing, that may be feeling a little bit uncomfortable. It can be anywhere. Somewhere that you think, yeah, this really needs a little bit of love from me, a little bit of support, a bit of nurture. And touch that area with your hands and hold it. And then use your breath by breathing into this space. Sending awareness, sending energy, sending care. We're not trying to fix it, we're just being present with this part of the body. Then softly release the hands, sweep them up to the sky. Inhale, bring the palms together, down to the heart center, and rub really, really fast. Once the hands feel warm, we're now going to pick a part of the body that feels wonderful. A part of the body that we want to nurture that is already feeling really good. So placing those hands to that part of your body and breathe into it. We're expanding into the parts that already feels very joyful, and we're nurturing that part of ourselves. We're nurturing the joy or the comfort of this particular part of your body. And if you're like, I don't really know where that is for me, take your time, and you can always pad around the body, or you can even use the hands. It doesn't have to be elation or a really ecstatic feeling, but something that's comfortable and already feeling joyful or neutral. Then we'll release the hands slowly from that particular area of the body and just move the body around a little bit. Take a bit of time just to break the stillness, to break the focus. We're going to run through a sequence where we have choice of how much effort we want to put in. Remember that nurturing the body is not always about just being gentle. So we might need to go deeper in certain things. We might want to push a little bit more, or we might want to go a little less. So just pick, as you're going through this practice, what works best for you. So let's make our way onto the hands and knees momentarily. And again, just practice a little bit of free movement here, working with your body and whatever you've landed with today. Each time we come to this practice, which is what the joy of yoga for me really is each day I come to my yoga practice, I realise that actually I'm arriving with something very different. I might have backache one day, or another day I'm actually feeling really tired, or another day I might be feeling super energised. We have lots of different things going on, different times of the day, at different points of our week, our month, our year. So we'll come to the top of the mat, stepping up nice and slowly, finding our way onto our feet. We're running through a sequence together where we will start to energize into the body, but move in a way that works for your nurturing qualities. So really think about how you can nurture yourself through this movement. Inhale, lift the arms up slowly to the sky. I'm going to take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Side stretching over to the right as much as feels appropriate for you. If you want to go a little bit deeper, cross the left foot behind the right, softening the right knee, and this will deepen the stretch into the hip. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, rounding into a forward fold, legs can stay where they are. Fingertips plugged down into the earth. We'll inhale, sweep that left leg up to the sky, big standing splits, as much as you would like to push. And then we'll curtsy the right knee, bringing the left knee behind the right calf muscle, and see if you can elongate your spine. If you want to work a little harder, release your hands. Release the hands down. Inhale, take the leg back up to a standing splits. And then curtsy. Knee to calf, maybe the hands come off the floor. One more time, lift it back up. Inhale. Exhale, curtsy, knee to calf. And then hands plant down to the floor this time. Extend the left leg back, come into a low lunge position. You might decide you just want to wiggle around here. This is enough for you today. Or sweep the arms up, engaging the glutes, so make sure the butt muscles are switched on a bit here. And then we're going to bow over the front leg, sweeping the arms back behind us, maybe rolling onto the tip of the heel. And then coming back, inhale, lift the arms back up. Exhale, we push back into our half Hanuman, bowing forward. Inhale to lift up. The knee does not have to fully straighten. Exhale to bow forward. And then replant the hands to frame the right foot and step to either tabletop or into your plank position. Now we'll drop either the heels if we're in plank to the right or the right knee down and sweep the left arm over into a side plank variation. So knees up or knee down. We come back through our central plank and we go to the other side. Heels drop to the left or left knee comes down. Right arm goes over the head. We'll bring the right hand back down to the earth and make our way onto the belly, however it works for your body today. through into a back bend of choice, maybe Sphinx, maybe Cobra, maybe even an upward facing dog, or just take the opportunity to back bend. It doesn't have to be a yoga position. Lo and behold, you can actually do something unique. And then drop the knees down to the earth. We're coming through a puppy position. Walk the hands slightly forward, forearms come down, and we'll drop the forehead towards the earth. Maybe it grazes the floor. And then think that you've plugged the hands and the forearms down and you're pulling the shoulders back. So the arms aren't actually moving, but we're feeling that length underneath the armpit all the way down to basically the edge of the ribs. Good. We can either sink back into child pose if that's where we want to take the body, or push into a downward facing dog. And when I say push into the earth with the hands, so let the shoulders come up to the ears, make it active. So those muscles down the side of the body that we're just stretching, we're now going to push and activate in an elongated way. If we're in child pose, make our way up to either down dog or tabletop. If we're in downward facing dog, we can come into a tabletop if you prefer, because we're going to lift the right leg up. As we shift the weight forward to either plank or in tabletop position, we draw the right knee towards the chest and we shift it back and up. And again, exhaling, pull that knee in, shift it back and up. Last time, draw the right leg in and step the right foot between the hands. If your knee is down into the low lunge, pick it up if you can. And lift the body up into our high lunge variation here. Inhale. Exhale, step into your chair pose, bending the knees, sinking the weight back into the heels. Inhale and exhale, fold forward. We'll curl all the way back up. Reach the arms up to the sky and take hold of the right wrist with the left hand, side stretch to the left. We'll hook, if we would like to, the right foot behind the left and deepen this position, softening into the left knee. Sweeping the body round and down into our standing forward fold. And on our next inhale, let's kick the right leg up to your standing splits. We bend into the curtsy, elongate the spine, right knee comes to the back of the left calf muscle. And inhale, lift it back up. Exhale to your curtsy, elongate the spine. Remember, you can let your hands come off the floor and lift it back up. Last time, curtsy. This time, hands come back to the earth, step the right leg back into your low lunge, and you can wiggle around here if that's enough, or maybe lift the arms up to the sky. We'll push back as we exhale, half Hanuman, bowing forward. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to push back, bowing forward. Inhale to lift up. Last time, exhaling, we bow forward. Then framing the left foot, stepping back into either plank or tabletop position. Left knee comes down, or left heels drop to the left, your left heels, and reach the right arm over your head. Swap to the other side. Whichever variation you took on one side does not need to be taken on the other. You might have different requirements for different sides of your body. Back into your plank or tabletop position, and we make our way onto the belly in any way that suits your needs today. And then coming into your back bend. Whatever back bend feels right for your body. Opening up through the front of your chest, your abdomen, your hips. And then pushing into our puppy pose. So we keep the hips relatively in line with the knees. Walk the forearms forward, drop the elbows down, forehead can come down to the earth, and we'll pull back. So feeling a nice stretch underneath the armpits. You might want to slide back into your child pose position or make your way into downward facing dog. If you're in down dog, really push the ground away. So actively push into the earth. Coming into either tabletop or down dog, we'll lift the left leg up and shifting forward into either plank.
drawing the left knee to the nose, or if we're in tabletop, we keep the right knee down. Extend it back, inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Extend it back. This time we'll step that left foot in between the hands, high lunge. Maybe lift the arms up all the way. Big high lunge position. Inhale and exhaling, we step into our chair pose. Take an inhale here and exhale to fold forward. Curling all the way back up. Reach the arms high. Bring the palms together and the hands drop to the heart center. Check in with your body. Now I'm giving you a couple of minutes here to simply move or wander around your mat in any way that you need. We've got about 2 minutes. Now you might think, oh God, Kate, really? But you can just come and lie down for 2 minutes if that's what you want to do. You can do anything that your body feels it needs. For me, I've got really bad lower back pain, so I'm going to do some twisting. Where does your body need a bit of nurturing? Can you give yourself the opportunity to feel into your body and not worry about my body? You might want to do star jumps for the next kind of couple of minutes because you're bursting with energy. What's your feeling right now, and where does your body want to move or be taken in a way that feels nurturing? Remember, that doesn't always mean gentle. It might mean that you need a little bit more activation. So play. The poses don't have to be yoga positions necessarily, but you can just move around. Or if you're like, yeah, I need stillness, and stillness is all you kind of want to do. Maybe it's nurturing that part of your mind that's been active all day and had to think for itself all day. And you're like, I want to be led, so I'm just going to relax and chill out for a minute. Or maybe it's the first time actually you've been given the opportunity to have choice for your needs, and it's like, finally, I get to do what I want to do, and this is an opportunity. Got about another 30 seconds, so if you're moving quickly, you might want to start to slow it down a little bit. If you're moving slowly, you may want to start to become aware of the fact we're coming into stillness in just a moment. So let's make our way into a really, really comfortable Shavasana. And if you're in a place where you want to wrap yourself up in blankets, get really cozy, really warm, really safe, this is the opportunity. I'm going to guide you through a meditation practice for about the next 10 minutes. So as long as you feel comfortable and warm, as long as you have got rid of all the fidgets in your body, we can now be completely still and nurture our need for rest. So take the next few moments to maybe take that final look around the room. And when you're ready, close your eyes. I'm here to support and guide you through this entire meditation. And if you fall asleep or drift off into a dreamlike wonder, allow this to happen. So firstly, attending to the body, allowing the parts of your body that are in contact with the floor to relax into the earth. Let the ground nurture your body with support. Allow yourself to fall deeper and deeper into the ground physically, trusting that the support of the ground will be here for the entire duration of this meditation. Maybe notice what it feels like sensationally. Is it warm or cool, hard or soft?
Notice what feels comfortable. Then welcoming the awareness of your breathing. You do not have to change the breath in any way, but watch its gentle rise and fall in the abdomen, the rib cage, the chest, even the back of the body. You will be breathing the entire meditation, whether you are aware or not. This will nurture your body, support all the systems and functions within you without any effort. Now I want you to become aware of something that you feel needs nurturing within you. This can be a nurturing physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, spiritually, anything that you feel needs nurturing. It can be a word or a phrase. And often we would say something along the lines of, oh, I feel I need nurturing in my right shoulder because I've got right pain. Try and condense that down to a smaller phrase or one word. And then we're going to slightly change the language. So if you decided that what you needed nurturing in your body was rest, you were feeling you needed more rest, then we'll change the language to I am rested. If you needed more calm, more joy, more anything that you thought that you needed, say 3 times, I am, and whatever it was that you felt you needed. Then bringing your attention to your third eye, we're going on a small journey through the mind, allowing our creativity to flourish, awakening the expansion of the mind. So we don't need to move the physical body at all. We're going to notice our body through the mind's eye. And I want you to imagine a space that is so comfortable, a space that you love to be in. Now, this can be completely made up, it can be fantastical, or it can be somewhere that truly exists. Whether you've been there or not doesn't matter. And I want you to walk through this space that you have created in your mind. Notice what's on the floor and how it feels as you walk through it. Notice if there are walls or what's surrounding you. Is there a ceiling or what's above you? Take the opportunity to look around this comfortable space that you've brought to your mind and be there. Then finding a space in this comfortable place to snuggle in and rest. To dive down and take the next few minutes to actually become more still, more comfortable, more peaceful, and really allow the expansion of rest throughout all of the systems of your body. Again, you can notice what the texture of this place is like where you've decided to rest, the colours, the shapes, the smells, and start to get really comfortable. As you start to let go with an exhale, soften into this space in silence and trust that I will wake you back up in the next few minutes. You will be nurtured here and safe.
begin to become aware of this mental cocoon you have created. You do not need to move your body yet. And start to awaken the imagined body in the imagined space. And begin to walk back out of this world you've created in your mind, back to the body that's lying on the ground. Once you've reached back to this person, to you, you can start to move or breathe a bit deeper. Maybe exploring, reconnecting back to your physical form, stretching, wiggling, awakening. And you might want to roll into a ball, or you might want to roll into a fetal position, as we're going to close the practice seated together. So making your way back up to seated slowly. Take your time. Then when we found our way back to our seats, we'll close off our practice with one final stretch. Inhaling to lift the arms high up to the sky, the palms will close together, and we'll exhale the hands to the heart center. Remember your mini mantra that you said during your meditation. We will bow the head forward and repeat that meditation mantra. I am, and whatever it was you needed. Namaste, and well done for nurturing yourself.